Oh, hello my beautiful babes, welcome back to my channel. And if this is your first time here, hello, nice to meet you. What's your name? ¿Cómo te llamas? ¿De dónde eres? Dime todo acerca de ti, my beautiful baby. First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Joe Gomez and I am mostly a self-taught makeup artist. In this channel that is 100% bilingual, my beautiful babes, we have both videos in Espanol and we also have videos in English, my beautiful babe, for you to enjoy. So every single week I'm gonna be altering things and I'm gonna be bringing you both videos in English and also videos in Spanish for you to enjoy and learn a lot of different tips, techniques, and everything that has to do with makeup, beauty, a little bit of a hair situation, and occasionally we're also gonna be diving into the fashion industry. Why not, my beautiful babe? I really want to have hauls when it comes to fashion and what do I like to buy, like the sweater that I'm estrenando for the first time that a dear friend of mine gave me and I feel just cozy and wrapped up in her beautiful arms. So that is what friendship do. And if you want to be my friend, my beautiful babe, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, hit the notifications bell so every single time that I will be uploading a new YouTube video, Mr. YouTube in charge will send you a notification that I've done so. Please also don't forget to follow me on other social media platforms where you can find me as Joe Gomez Beauty on Instagram and on TikTok and on Twitter, my beautiful babe, where I'm gonna be sharing some of my opinions about future launches, upcoming makeup news, and beauty related content. You can find me as Joe Gomez Beauty 1, the one and only, baby. And in today's video, my beautiful babes, we have the second episode of this magnificent review of the Avani x Morphe for the Bebs. This palette that is super interesting, lots of colors to play with. I'm not gonna give you just yet my final thoughts, my beautiful babes, because today we're gonna be playing, and this is the first look you're gonna be seeing, but we also have a second one. So baby, you do not want to miss that. Grab a snack, get comfortable, get cozy, get something to drink, get a little bit of a sandwich situation if you feel like that, baby, or if you want to have dinner, lunch, breakfast with me, or if you want to do your makeup, girl, come on, grab your brushes and let's just hit it. Let's just go to town with makeup, my beautiful baby. Today I'm really chatty, I'm really playful, I'm really because makeup usually has that effect on this. So without any further ado, let's just jump right into the video / tutorial / first impressions / review. Let's get going. So we're about to start application, and honestly I am a little bit torn because I really want to play with the green shade over here. This is a beautiful forest green and this green also is like super interesting, and I think that these shades are gonna pair super nicely with this brown over here, but honestly I am missing a metallic green, so we're gonna have to just work with whatever it is we have and just make decisions as we go. I've already primed my lids, everything is just set in place. My face is a good complexion day, by the way. I like my makeup today. Yeah,
I just like it.
And the first shade that I'm gonna apply is sort of like a transition, and I really want to smoke that out. It's gonna be Chunky and Scuffy, this brown over here. I've already used it on another look, on the first one I created, and I'm gonna be applying it with this Juggling Heel JH30, this one over here, tapping out the excess. And for primer, I use my trusty and beloved Urban Decay's Primer Potion. Very pretty color. It's gonna pair super nice with the green, and I just want to have a little bit of warmth of this brown underneath because I'm gonna be applying the forest green on top of it, and I just want to have a little bit of some over there. Gonna be applying more, especially on my crease. Something in favor of this palette, my beautiful babes, is that it blends super nicely and effortlessly. There's no complaint about that, but I don't know, when it comes to the color scheme, I do feel limited, especially by not having a lot of shimmery metallic shades, just because that's my personal preference. I know that not a lot of people like to work with those kind of shades, and that's totally normal or fine. I'm not even gonna debate on that. Honestly, would have loved to see something like that happening. just going with a clean brush to define the edges a little bit more. I don't want to have any harsh lines. I just wanted to have this brown in the background, sort of like a very nice transition shade to work with the more intense shadows. And now I'm gonna move on with Mama's fave. I believe that this must be Avani's mom's favorite color, this forest green. Wanna be careful with this one and just not going crazy. This is the one that I'm going for. I'm gonna be cheating a little bit, grabbing a shimmer or metallic from another one of my palette just to have something here, because I really feel like this screen is gonna look super nice and all, but I'm gonna need something. I love how deep and intense and opaque these shadows are. Maybe at the end I'm gonna go back and back a little bit more, but yeah, this is doing exactly what I wanted. And now I'm pressing it just a little bit, and then I'm gonna work my way here. I like what we built, and I'm gonna be applying a little bit of that green with this Juggling Heel JH51. This is sort of like a packer brush, going with this seaweed shade over here. I want to pack this one and then just define the edges. I want to have a halo of this green over here. I think that that's going to create a super nice contrast. Then we have all of this beautiful space to apply the metallics. With this type of shades and colors, you do need to press a little bit before you blow or you blend them in. Otherwise, you're going to have something a little bit more patchy. And of course, I don't want that. I just don't want to do something like super uber technical today, my beautiful babes. I just want to keep it a little bit more simple. I want to have the screen popping and showing. Then I want to have like a metallic there. I believe that I have two very nice options to apply here on the center. Maybe just because I'm super curious, I want to grab with this Sephora Collection blender brush a little bit of this yellow over here and just go on top of the green. This is Beep Boop. I just want to see what happens if I blend the edges of the screen with a little bit of this one. Oh yeah, I like it. It looks like very subtle. I'm gonna go back again with my Oriflame Cosmetics blender brush, and I'm just gonna go with the tiniest little bit of green, this forest green, and I'm just gonna be applying it here where these two colors will meet. For smoky eye, just using this green and the brown shade. Baby. So I have two very interesting options. I have this color over here in my Pat McGrath. This color, I haven't used it. Looks super interesting in this palette. And then I also, the second option that I have is from the Mega Mothership. It's also a green. This one over here, and this one is called, what's the fourth? This Megabyte. This one here, and that shade is just stunning, baby. I'm gonna go with this one. Before we move any further, I need to secure my under eye area, applying a little bit more powder. I'm using this Fenty powder, the Pro Filter Setting Powder in the shade Lavender. Super brightening, as you can see, but I feel that this one is a little bit drying. Don't ask me why, but I have another shade. I had another shade, the shade Butter, for my complexion, my skin tone. It works just to perfection. And let me show you what kind of a green moment we're talking about. I mean, such a beautiful green. It's gonna complement this monochromatic woodsy look, and I want to have this one pressed. Yeah.
Oh, baby.
This palette, my beautiful babes, I've told you before, super special, limited edition, sadly, but I believe you still can get it if you want to. Good thing I applied that powder, otherwise
messy.
And I just put it all over the lid. I'm tilting my head a little bit on the back so I can have it a little bit here. And when I close my eye, you can see a little bit of a sparkle moment. Just like that, but so good. Now I need to just finesse things a little bit more, especially on the outer corner. I need to go back to Mama's Fade and just deepen with this one. I don't want to lose this depth, honestly. I like the way that this is looking a ton. This was very quick, super flattering and beautiful. What I'm gonna do now is to highlight my brow bone, going for this shade over here in the Pat McGrath. This same shadow, I'm gonna be applying it on my inner corner once I blend everything and just finish the rest of my makeup. Let me work on the other eye, just finish it, and I'll be back to show you the first result of this makeup. Alright, my beautiful babes, time to continue with look number 2. As you can see, I redid my makeup as good as possible. I tried to save as much as I could, and I think I did a pretty decent job. So now it's time to move on with the fourth and the last, for now, Avani x Morphe for the Bebs palette. And like I said, I'm craving for smoky eye. So right now we're going to be playing with this row over here, a little bit of the white, and I think that we're going to be calling it a day. This is gonna be a relatively easy look to do. Just remember that every single time you're gonna be working with super pigmented and dark eyeshadows, you do have to be super careful not to have a lot of fallout and just ruin the rest of your makeup. I'm gonna be changing my lipstick, but I wanted to enjoy it a little bit more. I always rave about these beautiful lipsticks, my beautiful babes. Honestly, they're just so good. They're almost $3. They're from Oriflame, Sweden. This is the color on my lips, and this is Milky Honey. Such a beautiful lip color. These are creamy, long lasting, super pigmented, and of course they're buildable. So let's get to it. I already primed my lids. What I want to do is to create a halo eye instead of the classic smoky, you know. First of all, I'm gonna be applying the white shadow underneath my brow bone. Really want to have that part super bright. I'm not gonna be applying a metallic or a shimmer over there, and I'm gonna be applying it with the Jacqueline Hill x Morphe JH41. Sort of like stamping motions. And of course, I'm not gonna be blending that shadow. So let me get you a little bit closer so you can see everything that's happening on my eye right now. Always love to use a little bit of this one underneath the beginning of my brow. It adds just something super nice. Right now, what I want to do is just apply the gray as a very nice transition shade. Applying this shade raw. Now I'm gonna be moving here. Ooh,
she's powdery.
JH number 33, my beautiful babes. Tapping up the excess. This one is not so firmly pressed, and I'm gonna be going on the center, but mainly concentrating it on the outer corner of my eye. What do you think about this payoff? It's really nice. I'm gonna start building my crease, grabbing a little bit more and applying it just on my crease area. I'm gonna be applying more on my inner corner. And I don't see any fallout, but I'm just gonna make sure, and I'm gonna be securing that area as soon as I grab the other pigmented shadow. I want to be going for something clean to define the edges and clean everything, because I don't want to have any harsh lines. It's the JH33, but this one is clean. It gives you this even more blown out effect. To go with a little bit of powder underneath, so I'm gonna be coating my sponge with a little bit of Laura Mercier translucent setting powder, pressing this one underneath, and I'm gonna be dragging it to the sides of my nose because I've discovered that sometimes fallout wants to stay there for a reason. It looks really powdery. I don't mind right now because I prefer to have a lot of powder
and a lot of fallout.
I'm gonna go with this brush over here that I love from Revlon. This is a creased eyeshadow brush. I'm gonna go with this shade Hidden, this one over here, tapping up the excess, and let's just go to town. It's pigmented. I'm gonna be stamping here on the outer B, and then just in very small circles. I'm gonna be blending, and then whatever is left on my brush, I'm gonna be carrying it through all the way. I'm gonna go on the inner corner.
Wow, interesting.
I feel like I need to go back with the gray one more time, going on between those two shades to smoke out a little bit of the color. Grab the clean one, just go on the edges. Yeah, this looks super smoky, super sultry. Now, I'm gonna be applying the glitter, my beautiful babes, but I don't want to have any accidents, so I'm gonna be applying it with my finger, but I'm gonna be making sure that this glitter will be, of course, adhering to my lid, and I'm gonna use my trusty glitter glue by Anastasia Beverly Hills. I love this one. I raved about it so many times, cause in this channel, we love glitter. We're
Glitter holics, baby.
And I'm just gonna be coating the center of my lid. It's not gonna be as precise as other looks, you know? I won't be cutting my crease. Baby, this is a glitter. I wanna have really foiled effect. Yeah, so far I like it.
Ooh, yeah.
Feel like a brush will do such a nice job. So let me go over with this brush by Oriflame Sweeten. This is like the concealer brush, grabbing a little bit more. I mean, yes. Voila! What I'm gonna do for my lower lash line, of course, is gonna be pretty much of the same. The first shade that I'm gonna be grabbing is the gray with the same brush. I'm gonna be smudging it on my lower lash line. Just a little bit more. This gray is great. No pun intended. Now I'm gonna be grabbing the same brush that I used for my other look. Lucky me, I have it 2 times, my beautiful babes. I have 2 of these, and this is the JH43. This is like a smudger stamping brush, and I'm gonna be grabbing this shade as close as possible of my lower lash line, mainly on the outer corner and the inner one. So nice whenever you're doing halo eyes. And then I won't be applying glitter. I'm gonna be applying an eyeshadow from my Love palette from Natasha to Nona, because I really want to test it out. This is such a beautiful look that's gonna work amazing for the holidays, for you to rock it on Christmas with a bold red lip if you want to have something super sexy and sultry and also festive, or you can go, of course, with a nude lip like this, and it's gonna look gorgeous. From my Natasha Denona, the Love palette, I'm gonna be grabbing this one over here, the shade Blind. Just like Love, my beautiful babes. Love
It's blind.
Applying this one with a pencil brush by Jaclyn Hill. It's Morphe. This is the JH number 52. Of course, I'm gonna be spritzing so that I can have more grip and pigmentation of this eyeshadow. What I remember about this one is that it was super intense. Placing it underneath. Just what I thought. Gorgeous. It's giving me just what I want and what I need.
And voila!
This look is complete. Now the only thing we need, of course, is to apply a very nice pair of lashes, finish the other eye off camera, and I'll be back with the final result and to give you my final impressions on this palette. babies, what do you think about the second look? I mean, this is not the second, this is the second of today, my beautiful babes. This is actually the fourth one, and I couldn't be any more happy with the result of this beautiful, so sultry and glamorous, grayish, sultry, sexy, smoky eye. I feel ready for a party, my beautiful babe. I'm just waiting for the invitation. Where are you going to take me, my beautiful babe? Just let me know. My beautiful babes, time to get serious, ready for business. Talk about Miss Avani for the Bebs over here, my beautiful babes. Honestly, I really liked the quality of the shadows, the quality of the palette, the packaging. I told you before, this is very hard cardboard, pressed cardboard. It feels so good to the touch. It's really sturdy. It has great quality. I love the fact that it comes with a mirror. I love the details. It has like the little legend over here, Morphe x Avani Greg. I love that. I love and adore the imprints on some of the shadows, the little eyes. Then we had a smiley face, a flower. The other one of the coffee I forgot, but most of the shadows have a very interesting imprint. This row over here says Avani. I loved everything about the packaging, the aesthetic, and the presentation of the palette itself. I'm a little bit torn when it comes to the liners. I think that I need to play a little bit more with this because I've seen photos on other girls and boys that have played with this palette and created gorgeous and amazing looks, and they didn't have the same problems that I had with the liner. I tried the purple and I also tried the neon green one, and that was a little bit patchy, hard to work with. They dry super fast, so you have to work super fast with this as well. The last complaint, if you can call it that way, is the fact that it doesn't have enough shimmers or metallic to work with. It has two pressed glitters, this one over here, the coppery one and the silvery one, and then you get this very nice holographic shade that I loved and adored, that I created the second look with. I love that shade, so interesting, really buttery, feels so good. But other than that, you don't really have anything else to play with. If you're gonna be creating tons and tons of matte eye looks, you're gonna be super happy. You can use this glitter with the shadows over here, the warm tones, the super rich warm tones. You can use this one with all of the cool tones. I don't know if that was the intention, but I think you need more. You need more metallics, more foiled shadows, more shimmery shadows. I had to go to other palettes, Natasha Denona, Pat McGrath, the heavy guns, to create this beautiful looks. This one, mostly I created it only with this palette. When you're creating looks, you wish you could have everything in a single palette. I am like that, especially if you're gonna go on a trip. You don't want to be carrying 4 or 5 palettes just to create a single look. You know what I'm saying? I'm a little bit torn, and also the color scheme, it was a little bit all over the place for me. I love the fact that you have warm tones, cool tones, the liners, so it's very interesting. But now that I have it, I just wish that maybe she would have kept 5 eyeliners, not the white one, not the black one. You have almost the same shades on the actual shadows, so what was the need for that?
I don't know.
But of course, this is a collaboration. This is what she went for. This is what she wanted. We have to give her credit. We have to respect that, go with the flow, and just play with it. When it comes to quality, most of the shadows, I'm trying to think about one that I didn't like. I liked all of them. If anything, I must say that the Bip Book one was a little bit orangey instead of yellowish. Should we pass that?
I don't know.
Then Anulele, this creamy soda orangey shade over here, was a little bit underwhelming as well, but it's almost like a pastel, so I also get that. Fishy was a little bit patchy as well. It's a pastel, so once again, pastels are hard to formulate, but now that I've tried Natasha Denona, Circo Loco, pastels have to be done right. Okay, my beautiful babes, so those are my final thoughts. That's what I think about the palette. If I had known these things before, would I repurchase this palette? I'm torn about that. Yeah, I think I would repurchase it again. I'm really curious about the glosses and also the bronzer she came out with. I wish I could try those, but I'm just gonna wait for some sale or something to see if I can get my hands on them and just give you my thoughts and my review. Like always, you know that I'm always gonna be keeping it 100, keeping it real, being super honest to you, my beautiful babes, cause ultimately my content is for you potential consumers just like me, and I want you to know all the the tea, all the facts. With that being said, we're gonna wrap it up here. I can't believe this is the second video of me playing with this palette over here. Mis hermosos babies, si quieren que haga un video en español, jugando con esta paletita, creando otros looks, quizá los delineadores, déjenmelo saber si quieren que haga algo en español con esta paleta en particular, o lo podemos hacer en Instagram, en TikTok. You can find me on TikTok and Instagram as Joe Gomez Beauty, on Twitter, where I will be spilling all of my opinions about future launches, upcoming launches, new releases, and everything that has to do with beauty and makeup. You're gonna find me as Joe Gomez Beauty, the one and only, my beautiful baby. And please, if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, consider subscribing, activating the notifications bell, also give it a thumbs up. With that being said, I just want to remind you that you and I have a day very, very soon, my beautiful babe. Thank you so much for watching. See you on the next one. Bye! Yay! Good. Yeah, I like it. I'm gonna get you guys a little bit more close. Right now, my beautiful babes. Sorry. Right now. Oh. Oh.
Oh, I have a nice booger.
Ew. No. Got defined and edgy and cutty and like. Those are unnecessary to me because you have.
I shit myself.